Hi everybody, this is Johan Swart again. Today I'm going to do a video, one more in my Breed Standard series, on the heads of the dogs. I received so many inquiries after my previous video when everybody wanted to say or asked me, please show us your dogs. You know, if you talk about these things, show it to us on the head of a dog. Now, remember, we're still going to talk about the rest of the Breed Standard a lot later, and I will go into all the aspects of the dog's body. But the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to work with a young dog. This one here, this little lady, her name is Josie. Right, Linyu Josie. And Linyu Josie is a sweet little thing, but she shows a lot of potential. Now, I'm going to work with 3 dogs. I'm going to use Josie as the young dog. I'm going to use Linyu Valdu as a male dog and show you, do a whole discussion on his head shape. And then I'm going to use authentic authentic Mispa Rihanna as an old dog to show you how the head shape changes. Now, first of all, look at Josie's head from the side. One of the first things I always look at is the plane of the roof of the skull and the plane of the nose bone, the nasal bone. Now, as you can see on these two, they are on the same plane. Again, Josie also doesn't have that extremely rounded head. She's got a nice flat skull already. She's still a very young dog, and the nose bone is also level. And the planes of the nose nasal bone and the roof of the skull are the same. If I look at the stop is this section between the roof of the skull and the nasal bone. The stop is nice and gradual, and it's well filled. Well filled means there's no deep valley between the 2 eyes. Okay, now I can look at the shape of the eyes, and you can see her eyelids are firm. They're nicely shaped. The eyes are almond shaped, and the eyelids are firm. There's no folds at the bottom. There's no infection in the eye. There's no tearing in the eye. So this eye probably doesn't have entropion or ectropion. Next thing that I'm looking at on the skull, I come sit up a little bit, little lady. Okay, right? I can look at her teeth, and look how well behaved this dog is. If you look at the teeth, the top teeth are just going over the bottom teeth. This is a perfect scissor bite. Okay, I can look at the teeth on the sides, and I can see this dog has really got a good bite and a good mouth and a head structure. I can open her mouth, very obedient, and I can see the inside. The palate is dark, which shows that this dog has got very good pigmentation. Okay, what else is there on the lips? How tight the lips are. Now look at this dog. There's no big sag open bottom lip here, so there's no drool coming out the mouth. The gutters are nice and closed. If you look at the top lip, it just goes to the level of the bottom lip, right? There's no big lips hanging down here. This is a good and a proper Boerboel head. Okay, if you look at the nose from the front, there's a nose leather. It's nice, it appears black, and everything is correct. Let's look at her ears. Her ears are V-shaped. You can see the shape of the ear. They are V-shaped. They're thin, and if I pull the ear down on a young dog, it will go past the corner of the mouth because her head has not yet fully developed. Let's look at the length of the nasal bone. Josie, come. Okay, right. Let's look at the length of the nasal bone. 4 fingers in this instance, and the length of the roof of the skull is 4 plus 2. It's 6. So it's 2 units to 3 units. Absolutely the correct relationship. If you look at the length of the nose compared to the roof of the skull, there's about a 1/3 left over. And my dear, did you enjoy this? You're a sweetie pie. Okay? Come here, come here. Smile. Smile for the camera. Say smile. Smile, smile, smile. Okay, now it's one of the other dogs' turn. Okay, now we're going on to the head shape of an older dog. This is authentic Rihanna. Authentic Mispa Rihanna. I don't know what the hell to call her exactly. There's a couple of rumors. Apologies for the ears of our dogs here in Mozambique. You know, in Mozambique we've got flies that attack like bloody Apache attack helicopters, and they eat the ears of the dogs at the back. So, Riri, come, we want to look at your head. No sleeping now. Okay, right. Next, first thing we're going to do is exactly like with the young dogs. We're going to look at the plane of the roof of the skull and then the plane of the nasal bone. And you will see that they are both on the same plane. And really, Rihanna does not have this rounded head, which nowadays seems to be absolutely acceptable in the Boerboel world. She's got a proper Boerboel head. Okay, the next thing that we look at the stop. Again, a little bit deeper than that of Josie, but still very well filled. The eyes, no problems with the eyes, no tearing, no folds in the eyelids, no infection in the eyes. This dog is 7.5 years old and she's in a very good shape for that. She was attacked by somebody about a year ago and she was totally paralyzed. I managed to nurse her back to health. So she is really, really doing well. I never expected to see her alive or walking again. Okay, now if you look at the whole shape of the head, you can see the cuboid form of the primary of the skull itself. You can see the cuboid form of the nasal bone. Another thing is, look at her lips. This is a very old dog, right? There's a little bit of a sag happening on the lips, like on mine. But this dog is still good. Her lip is a little bit more open than the young dog's was, but there's no excessive drooling or anything. Remember, we're in Mozambique. It's exceptionally hot. So yes, this dog is opening up the mouth a little bit more to get a little bit more circulation happening there. Okay, but guys, the head shape of the dog stays the same. It doesn't matter if the dog is old, if the dog is young, if it's a male or a female dog. All the head shapes fit in with the head standard, the breed standard, or they don't. Okay, right, guys, the main thing is old dogs, young dogs, male dogs, female dogs. The breed standard was very well written when it comes to describing the head of the dog. If your dog meets the breed standard on the head, it doesn't need to be overemphasized. I see nowadays dogs with these absolutely massive, monstrously big heads. That's wrong. It's still got to be in balance with the rest of the body. Otherwise, as I always say, you're not breeding Boerboels, you are breeding catfish. Don't breed catfish, don't breed anteaters. Anteaters are those ones with the sharp snout. Okay, now on to another dog, and we're still busy evaluating the head and the head shape and meeting the breed standard of this dog. This is Linju Valdo 2. His father, old Valdo, has passed away, and he himself is becoming a little bit long in the tooth already. But let's have a look at the head shape. As I said, it must be cuboid. You can see the shape of the first block. You can look at the shape of the second block. It's all cuboid. Okay. If I look in general at this dog's head, everything looks well. Everything is in proportion. This dog is in very good balance. Look at the level of the roof of the skull. Look at the level of the nasal bone. They're all on the same level. A little bit of a negative comment. His eyelids are very good, but his eyes are rather small. They're not nice almond shaped. You've got some Chinese in you, eh? Okay, right. Then his nose is nice and straight. Nose leather is very black but very dirty at this stage. His teeth looks good. Lips are not loose, right? He's drooling a lot now and he's very full of mud. But I picked this moment just to finish the video for you guys. But look at the lips on this dog. It's not loose, it's not flabby. He doesn't look like a Neapolitan Mastiff, right? If I look at his teeth, his bite, everything is very good. Open, come, Abri. Look there, very, very good. This is an oldish dog already. He's well, I can handle him. I can do anything I want with him. If I go into the ring, this dog is hugely protective over me, but he will listen to what I say. Right, going back to his head, everything here is in good shape. The eyes, ears a little bit back, but he's not perking them up at the moment either. And in the ring, when you are praising the dog, you will look and you will call him, make some sound and things to attract him and try and get him to listen to you and to really pick. Right, this is just an example of a good head on a dog as well. It's not overdone, it's not massive. This dog is in good balance. I'm now going to go over to another dog. Let's call it a bonus dog that I'm also going to do. And with not such a good head. And he also belongs to me, so I can show everybody that I don't have perfect dogs. Nobody has perfect dogs, but I'll show you what I mean when I get to that. Hi, okay, and now we're on to the last dog. We were interrupted a couple of times that we had to run in because the rain are coming in sheets, and then as you can see, everything is half flooded. You'll hear the thunder. But now we're on to the last dog. We're not here to discuss the weather. Right, and as I promised, I will show you a head that is not good, or not so good. I hope it will still come right. This is still a very young dog. But let's just call the doggy Boris. Okay, your name is Boris, no? Yeah, you Boris, okay. Right, now if you look at the Boris's head from the side, you can already pick up that there's some problem. Look at his lower jaw jutting out. Right, now I want to show you when I open up the mouth, that is the situation. Right, the lower jaw is not more than 1 centimeter past the upper jaw, so it's not a disqualification, and hopefully this little boy will still grow and the head will come right. Now let's look at the planes. The nose is on one level, but look at the head, it's got a big bump, right? So you cannot say that this head, the roof of the skull, is on the same level as the nasal bone, because it's impossible. This guy's got a ski ramp here. If you look at the filling between the eyes, it's excellent on this dog. Really, it is beautiful. This is what we should all be looking for. If you look at the eye shape, hey, open your eyes, don't close them. Okay, the eye shape, the eye color, everything is good. The ears, everything is good. The head is good, but it's got 2 serious faults. Right, look at this bump here, and the levels are not good. The blockiness is there already. The filling, as I said, is very good. This bite is horrible, boss. Okay, so guys, it's not all sunshine and roses, and there's no breeder that have got perfect dogs. We all strive to breed the best we can, and at times we bring in dogs, we buy in dogs. Like I bought little Boris, right, and he might be an excellent dog when he's grown up, but at this stage, that head is not good. Okay, right. I want to end off this by asking you guys all to again like my video, and please subscribe to my channel, because if you are subscribed, you will automatically receive notice when my next video comes out. And then my book is selling like hotcakes, and you can easily order it through sending an email to boerboelboek@gmail.com. A lot of people send me messages after they watch the video and say, how do I order the book? It's easy. Follow the instructions. Send it to the Gmail address. Other people send me messages and say, can I have the book in America? Yes, my friend, you can. We're shipping internationally. We're sending to all destinations across the world. It's only available in 1 language at this stage, being English, and we are looking into translating into other languages because the interest in the book is just immense, and we are selling a lot of them. I thank you, and I hope to speak to you again soon with my next video.